Here. I would just like to take a minute and show you how to update your profile. I've made a video on this before, but I just want to take a little bit more time and just to show you what it is you actually get as a user of Oorsee. So if I click on that bottom tab called menu, and I click on the top one on my profile, and I'm just gonna click on the actual profile tab in my menu, you'll see there is a summary of what it is that I have as a member of Oorsee. I've earned all of these points fair and square. I didn't cheat and add them to my profile. I actually earned them. At one stage I was up to 1,000 and I deducted 1,000 points just so it doesn't look too intimidating. And then right underneath the spoiler you'll see my achievements, all of which I've earned manually. Now not a lot of people know that you can actually swipe left and right on that section. So if you know that you've already got, for instance, the leadership reward and you can't see it on first glance, just swipe left. I will work and make that a bit more obvious for users. And then right underneath that you can see my followers, and then my social media tab or tabs, where I share Facebook, YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. I do have a lot of them. Obviously I'm more active on some than others. It is a lot of work to stay on top of these things. If I scroll down, you'll see my details. Now the one that I specifically want to focus on is interest. Now the more interest you add, the better the chance that you will receive a positive hit when someone is actually searching for connections in your area. Say for instance someone just moved to Melbourne and they want their children to play with other South African children just to help settle and so forth. That is the place where they'll come and search. So you might want to think carefully when adding your interest and make it so that people will in fact be able to find you. I've made it really easy for users to edit their profile after registration. So if you registered and you think, oh, I haven't added everything that I really wanted to, you can visit your profile page, click on the edit tab on the top right, and then click edit. And here you can go and add all the additional interest that you want. I've also added more tabs. So if you click on edit, you'll see there's details, there's social, and then there's also if you want to share more. So the more you share, the better, the more searchable your profile becomes on the app. If you're a very private person and you're just here for browsing, fair enough. You can set all of this information as private, or if you want, you can only share it with the actual connections that you have on the app. I hope you find this video helpful. There is a lot to the app. I didn't want to just give you a sort of a shell with a basic activity feed and a profile. I wanted to give you something more, something that you can really dig deep into. You can take time to navigate through, click around the buttons, and then see what it is that the app has to offer. There is quite a bit to it, and I'm hoping users will take time and investigate each one of these tabs and decide which are the ones that you want to use. Just for an example, we don't just cover profiles and activity feeds, we also cover jobs, businesses, and a lot more. Some of these things are not built natively into the app. There's a reason we've used something called web fallback. So say for instance, if I go to shortcuts, I click on work overseas, you'll see there's a 2 to 3 second delay as it loads the jobs page. The reason for this is so that you could find these jobs on Google. Google is not going to index the app pages, but it will index if that app page is a web fallback, meaning it's got a web page somewhere as well. So that means, for instance, you as a business owner, if you want to create a business listing and your listing ends up here, that means Google will now index this listing and put you on top of those or in those rankings as people search for services related to yours. If this was merely just a section on the app itself, then unfortunately that will not have given you a good result. It will only be visible to the users of the app. On the Oorsee app, this is not just visible to them, this is also visible to the public. All right. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to be adding a bigger, longer video about all the functions on the app, But for the sake of people who ask me, but how do I update certain things on their profiles? This video is for them. And yeah, thanks for watching.